Time magazine has picked a union-busting tax dodger as their person of the year. Yes, of course, I'm talking about Elon Musk, Time's person of the year. Now, before I get into this, I just want to say don't be scared by these tabs. I know there are many of them here, but we'll roll through them pretty quickly. I want to get to a lot of reactions as I don't really have a lot to add to this personally, just because, I mean, who cares about Time magazine? I like the one reason why I'm doing this is because there are people out there, I guess, that still uncritically consume corporate mainstream media like Time magazine and may be fooled by this attempt to polish his image. So I just want to clear some things up for those people, but ultimately it's Time magazine. Do people actually care? I mean, when they pick, a person that deserves it, sure, it's cool, but who cares? So when they pick someone who doesn't deserve it, again, who cares? But let me just get into it here. So starting with this from a little excerpt. Common Dreams here writing in their person of the year profile, Times editors swoon that Musk is a man god who dreams of Mars as he bestrides Earth, square-jawed and indomitable. Readers also learn that Elon Musk also likes to live tweet his poops. All right, not much for me to really add there, but it shows you the extent of their thought process when picking person of the year. So first reaction here, Americans for Tax Fairness, saying, fixed it for you, Time. Tax me person of the year. Musk paid $0 in federal income tax in 2018. His average effective tax rate, 3.27%. He got $240 billion richer during the pandemic. Most of that will go tax-free. All of this is true. I've covered this before. If you go on my channel and search Elon Musk, you will find various videos on him and his companies, and including him dodging taxes. But that isn't just an issue with him. That's an issue with billionaires and the system in general. But it's worth pointing out when you're naming person of the year what they've been up to. Next one here is from the Institute for Policy Studies, saying Elon Musk has profiteered $184.8 billion during the pandemic, a 751% wealth increase. He coerced his workers into breaking state health rules to go back to the factories. Also true. Billionaires like him deserve no accolades. We should uplift those who really build this country, workers. 100%. And it's also worth pointing out here, the way the media frames someone like Elon Musk as like this brilliant mind, it's the engineers and the people that actually work at these companies that are the ones that are building, rockets, whether it's SpaceX or the cars, Tesla. You can't simply be like, oh, this guy's doing it all. No, it's the people in the factories that are actually putting this stuff together that are producing this profit, this revenue for him. But they often, there's this weird desire to want to have these like sort of like godlike figures that aren't actually capable of what these sorts of pieces try to make them appear as. So yeah, and then when it comes to, actual issues with these companies, or for example, as I'll get to shortly, with Tesla's autopilot, he's able to dodge any kind of criticism. So he gets all the praise, but gets none of the criticism. It's kind of odd. But next here, Fight for 15, with another Photoshop here saying there was a lot of competition, especially going up against Amazon and Starbucks, but he did it. Union Buster of the Year. Fired union activists at Tesla. Tesla retaliates against women reporting sexual harassment. Tesla ordered to pay $137 million to black employee who sued for racial discrimination. And a little more on some of that here. So I covered this in the past. Tesla's employees firing and Elon Musk's tweet on union were illegal labor board rules. So yes, he did violate the National Labor Relations Board found that he violated labor law. Also from driving here, Tesla faces second lawsuit in month over sexual harassment. And this was a story from literally yesterday. And this was the second in 30 days. But I guess it was too late for Time's feature to really, include this in their piece. This from Matt Oswalt. Sure, the scientists who created a vaccine that saved millions of lives was nice, but they didn't host SNL. This gets to maybe who should have won Person of the Year. Oftentimes Time has picked, groups of people or, very it's not always an actual person. So why not pick the scientists behind the creation of these vaccines? That to me, I think would make the most sense. But it's weird to act like this was the year of Elon Musk when I don't think, I mean, even an Elon Musk fanboy, it was not the year of Elon Musk. Like, there were other things in the world going on that I think were a little more important than whatever Elon Musk was up to. But yeah, it was a weird omission there. Next one here, Daily Show, saying, good to see time recognize a person, unlike Tesla's autopilot cameras. Pointing to the fact that Tesla's cars are well known to run into people, especially these new beta versions that are for some reason being allowed on the road. So there's a lot of videos showing, close calls, and then there were actual examples of people potentially being killed by Tesla's autopilot. So yeah, again, showing you what a weird choice this was. Next one here, Jeff Stein with this tweet from Elon Musk. Yes, this is real. Why does your PP look like you just came? This was a response to a Democratic Senator, Ron Wyden, who said whether or not the world's wealthiest man pays any taxes at all shouldn't depend on the results of a Twitter poll. It's time for a billionaire's income tax. So he's calling for a billionaire tax. Good. Elon Musk's reply to that is, why does your PP look like you just came? What a serious individual this is. Times Person of the Year. Will Sloan. This is one of my favorites here, saying, this is huge. I can't think of a more deserving winner. So this is the monorail guy from The Simpsons, who, of course, was a snake oil salesman. The monorail fell apart. To give you a little direct comparison here, back in 2013, Elon Musk introduced us to the Hyperloop with a plan to get you from New York to LA in 45 minutes. So it's supposed to be this, mass transportation train-like thing that can get you from one place or one part of the country right across the country to the other part in 45 minutes. Incredible. And then by 2019, Elon Musk says Hyperloop tunnel is now just a normal car tunnel because this is simple and just works. His Hyperloop that was supposed to be this super fast train turned into a tunnel for Tesla cars. What a brilliant mind. This one, I don't blame the worker. This was all him. I mean, unbelievable to go just completely opposite to what initially the idea was. Really, really stupid. Last couple tweets here. Qasim Rashid here tweeting out, Time naming a billionaire tax evader who's received billions in government subsidies Person of the Year, while underpaid public school teachers crawl on their hands and knees for $1 bills to buy basic supplies, pretty much sums up where we are as a country right now. If you're wondering what he is talking about, teachers on their knees picking up $1 bills, it's this. This is completely nuts, but an arena in South Dakota is holding a dash for cash where teachers get on their knees and fight for $1 bills that they can use for classroom supplies while spectators watch and cheer. So Elon Musk increasing his wealth by, I forget what the number is now. What was it? 751% increase. So again, this isn't really his fault. This is the system, but it shows you how twisted capitalism is. When one man increases wealth this much, meanwhile, teachers on their hands and knees fighting for $1 bills for supplies for the classroom. Yeah, I don't know. So Person of the Year, debatable. I think probably not, but again, it's Time Magazine. I don't know who really cares. But if you do still uncritically consume corporate mainstream media, maybe rethink what you're doing.